President Joe Biden said he would support an exception to Senate filibuster rules to codify abortion rights in the wake of the Supreme Court decision repealing the 1973 Roe v. Wade ruling. "I believe we have to codify Roe v. Wade into law, and the way to do that is to make sure Congress votes to do that," Biden said in Madrid after attending the NATO summit. "And if the filibuster gets in the way, it's like voting rights, we should be requiring an exception to the filibuster for this action to deal with the Supreme Court decision," the president said. When asked specifically if the president would support changing the filibuster rules to codify abortion rights, he responded, "Right to privacy, not just abortion rights, but yes, abortion rights." Earlier this week, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, Democrat California, called to eliminate the filibuster in the Senate in order to codify Roe, and push the House to take up another vote on the Women's Health Protection Act to enshrine Roe v. Wade into the law of the land. The WHPA already passed in the House last year, but failed in the Senate twice, once before the Supreme Court draft leak and once after, due to the filibuster. But Vice President Kamala Harris recently told CNN that eliminating the filibuster is not a realistic option. "Right now, given the current composition of the Senate, the votes aren't there," Harris said, adding later, "The numbers are not there, and we can't de-emphasize the significance of that." And Harris has been a more outspoken advocate for abortion rights than the president himself. Biden had never said the word abortion until the Supreme Court draft leak in the Dobbs case in early May showed the court was poised to fully overturn Roe. Before then, Biden had used the word abortion only 3 times as president, and only in written remarks. Abortion rights advocates and some pro-choice lawmakers have been openly frustrated with Biden's lack of action on or discussion around dwindling access to abortion care in the U.S. Many advocates told HuffPost in February that they were deeply concerned about Biden's apparent hesitance to vocally advocate for abortion. In April, over 1,000 people who provide or have had abortions wrote an open letter to Biden urging him to talk about abortion and use his power as president to protect access to the procedure. Biden's comments on Thursday represent an escalation of the president's rhetoric but likely won't have any practical effect, since Democrats lack the support of all of their members for a rule change. During a debate over voting rights legislation earlier this year, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, DNY, sought to change filibuster rules to allow passage of voting rights legislation, but 2 conservative Democrats, Senators Kyrsten Sinema, Arizona, and Joe Manchin, W. Virginia, joined with all 50 Republicans to thwart the attempt. In 4 speeches, Manchin and Sinema echoed Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell, RKY, who had said changing the rules would break the Senate, even though he and former Majority Leader Harry Reid, Democrat Nevada, had previously lowered the vote threshold for approving judicial nominees. Eliminating the 60-vote threshold, on a party line with the thinnest of possible majorities, to pass these bills that I support will not guarantee that we prevent demagogues from winning office, Sinema said. Rather, eliminating the 60-vote threshold will simply guarantee that we lose a critical tool that we need to safeguard our democracy from threats in the years to come. Sinema and Manchin said they supported the voting rights bills, just not changing the rules. The senators have similarly said they would support legislation protecting abortion rights, but have given no indication their stance on the filibuster has changed. This is a developing story. Please check back for updates. More on the Supreme Court abortion ruling. Supreme Court strikes down Roe v. Wade, dismantling decades-old precedent. Roe overturned, the fight begins. Abortion is now illegal in these states. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, we have to fill the streets. Clarence Thomas, cases protecting gay marriage and contraception should be next. Republicans make it clear they want to ban abortion nationwide. Here's how the world is reacting to the end of Roe. Pro-abortion rights protesters attacked and threatened donations, chants and calls for change. Celebrities react to end of Roe. SCOTUS decision threatens right to interracial marriage, experts warn.